We asked the kids about that. They say parents pay more attention to the lyrics than they do. Those kind of songs you don't think it says the wrong kind of thing?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you shouldn't say, like, bad things about what women do, Just, like, putting them down.
It's like not all songs talk about that, though. So you just avoid the music that you don't like. That's all.
And it's the same with songs about Satanism and suicide. The kids in Teaneck say they were shocked by the suicides in Bergenfield, the town next door. But they still think it's wrong to blame the music.
Why didn't we kill ourselves yet? Because we listen to the same thing, and if the music calls them to kill themselves, well, why didn't we?
This song, Kill Yourself, it's a song, you're not going to go out and do it. Unless you got real bad problems and everything, It's like not the music that's going to kill you, it's yourself.
Music journalist Charles Young has written about the heavy metal culture and believes it may be healthy in a way.
Heavy metal speaks to the anger and despair of teenagers today, the same way that the blues used to speak to the despair and anger of black people in the South. Without heavy metal, there would probably be a lot more suicides, because metal and certain other forms of rock give teenagers something to believe in that they get no place else.
Basically, Teaneck's metal fans feel adults just overreact to the music, don't understand it or give it a chance. Like the teenager in this music video, they feel themselves constantly colliding with the adult world.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
Take Jay's father, for example. He never shared his son's devotion to the music, never quite understood, as Jay transformed himself into a heavy metal aficionado at age 5.
I kept telling myself that I had to appreciate his music, and I would listen to it, and it lasted about 30 seconds, and then I'd yell, turn it down. But seriously, I have no objection to what music he likes to listen to, and if...
Would you?
What?
Turn it down.
Would I turn it down? No. I'd turn it up. Louder.
I don't know what heavy metal is really like. Could it be worse than...
Can I give her
like
a sample?
Alan's mom tolerates the heavy metal culture, or tries to.
If it's like the music that you listen to. This is heavy metal.
And the music is mild compared to this. This is called moshing, a dance popular among the metal crowd. At times, it looks more like a contact sport. And what about this? Stage diving, a common occurrence at heavy metal concerts all over the country. Jay broke his wrist stage diving a few months ago. Fellow fans insist they look out for one another.
You don't want to get hurt. Everybody... It's kind of brotherhood. No one wants to get hurt. Everybody keeps their arms down. It looks, I have to admit, when I first thought, I got scared, but it's not... I'm all sweaty, but it's fun.
Still, some counseling groups say heavy metal is out of control and advocate a tough stance with rules to de-metal kids, impose a dress code, tear down posters, and turn off the stereos.
If you come home late, they start bitching at you and everything, or clean your room, or take the dog out, or something like that, You can't go up to them and, tell them to go to hell, so you just keep all your anger and stuff.
My parents would threat. I said, Dad, can I get an earring? He's like, I'll kill you. I'll rip out your ear. It's like he said, I'll kick you out of the house, get your name changed, spaghetti. And then I was like, what's so wrong about having the earring? There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean anything. There's anything bad about it. Look,
that's what they think.
Look, they think, he's a girl. He's a girl. Only girls wear that. Who says?
Tipper Gore has written a book for parents in the 80s. We asked her where she thinks parents should draw the line.
I advocate a system where people can make up their own minds according to their own values and their own assessment of where their child is on the developmental spectrum.
And if your 13-year-old daughter wants to listen to this, will you let her?
To heavy metal music? I'm not sure. It would depend on what group.
The Iron Maiden group, one of the best known among more than 1,500 heavy metal bands, is a worldwide phenomenon. They've even taken their act behind the Iron Curtain, where their fans look and act the same. Rock promoter John Scher.
What happens at concerts now is vastly different than the scene that surrounded concerts in the 60s and 70s. It's become a almost tribal kind of gathering place. It has a lot more to do with socialization than it does just the music.
When Maiden played this year at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, we went with our group from Teaneck.
When you are part of a crowd, you are incredibly powerful, and there's no drug, there's nothing that can approach that feeling of exhilaration.
When the concert was over, we took them backstage. They got autographs from some of the band members, and we got to talk to one of their idols, Maiden's Bruce Dickinson. We asked him what he says when critics accuse heavy metal of inciting outrageous, even sick behavior.
You mean like selling arms to Iran? Or you mean like, all these guys doing insider dealing? Or you mean like all these companies dumping toxic wastes everywhere, But because they wear suits and ties, it's okay. They're not sick. Where else can these kids go where they come somewhere and they all feel a sense of, this is our thing,
Dickinson acknowledges, though, that heavy metal kids may be telling us something about how they feel pushed out and put down, about their needs, and about how they're coping with the pressures teenagers face today, from family breakups to drugs.
And maybe if you listen, you might understand a little of what he's trying to go through, and then you might understand why he likes things, why he doesn't like things, and ultimately you find out that he's a good kid after all.
Stan, this is hostile music, and these are kids who seem to feel that the world out there is hostile to them. So much of it is a matter of self-esteem. But the music itself isn't what does them harm.
No, even the critics that we talk to, among them, none says that the music alone is going to cause a child to commit suicide, for instance. I think the point is, talking to these teenagers who are into heavy metal music, that they're not necessarily looking for a heavy discussion with parents or teachers about the meaning of their music, but the point is, tune in and let it be known